for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, motion to approve the minutes from April 18th meeting.
So moved.
Second.
I'll vote yes. Approval of the financial reports for April.
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second.
I'll vote yes. Communications, Ms. Dolly.
From Armstrong, we got notification that they need to renew our cable franchise, and it's all going to be done through a video service authorization, which they are not anticipating any problem with. But this is notification to us that they are going through this. Do you want me to call Dan McGagan and see?
Would you? Because when I read through the Ohio Revised Code, it was like reading a foreign
Oh,
language.
I know, and this is federal,
and
too.
it doesn't make any indication as far as where the franchise money. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care how they do it, but I don't know how it's going to affect our franchise contract.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I'll call him.
it's 36-month notice because it actually goes into play 2014. They have to give notification 3 years in advance, 36 months.
And it goes back, to the FCC Policy Act of 1984. I mean...
Yeah. If you wouldn't mind calling him, that would be great.
I'll do that. Okay. From the Green Team, we got a letter from Jim Patucha. There's going to be a meeting on Tuesday, June the 7th, 8:30 a.m. at the Renaissance Center. And this is to go over, one of the things that's going to be done is the bin return money. Now, they reduced everybody, but he's hoping to get it restored to the 2010 level. So he's asking for support at this meeting.
And that's
What's the date?
Tuesday, June 7th, 8:30 a.m.
okay. I cannot attend unless one of you would like to go, or I know when I was there last time, they had someone, he's fighting for everyone, but it doesn't hurt to have a letter. I can type a letter and send it on our behalf, stressing how important it is that they
I should be able to
continue.
go.
Okay, Debbie.
Well, if you can't, then let me know and we'll do a letter and send it, okay?
8:30 a.m.
Go early if you want to find a place to park.
Is that right?
Yes.
Do they have food?
No.
No. Okay, 911 Executive Board meeting on Tuesday, May 17th. That is tomorrow.
I'm going.
9 to 10. Okay. I guess that was just that one. Okay. ODOT. An invitation to ODOT District 4's Mahoney County Government Day. That is on Monday, May 23rd, from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Mahoney County Garage there in Canfield. Ohio Department of Natural Resources notification that we were granted our project to do paving with recycled tires. Jason, good work.
Thank you.
Yep. So this is for a maximum of $150,000, and we need to make up the difference. It's at least a 50-50 grant match. So I think we had said it would be more than 150 our share. So we need to decide when we're doing this, and Jason, you're the one to sign this.
Okay.
From CBS Topsoil, we got our contract, which you guys also need to sign for the appliance track. A copy of Jody's letter to Mary Wren Petroni, the material being dropped off for the household hazardous waste collection drive is what has been accumulated by the township from residences and not from any commercial entities. I'm taking it this was a formality that you needed to do. Okay. Some concerns that we received. Cindy Blaho at 13483 Berlin Station. She's an Ellsworth Township resident, called about a ditching complaint. So Jody gave her the engineer's office number and also called, happened to drive by, and water was bubbling out of the ditch.
It was like a fountain, like you had at the corner.
Steve Mistovich, Sandy, he wanted to know about what he had heard regarding the issue you and he had spoken about.
Yeah, I'll be back with Randy
Okay.
and then call him.
And Frank Imburgia, 15340 Mock Road. Potholes on Mock Road is 534. And you called the engineer's office and left a message that the resident had the complaint, so that was taken care of. Okay, did we want to go over this bid now? Okay. Jody gave us a draft copy of the bid document for painting the fire station in and out.
The work description is very basic, Rick, on page 4. Do you see anything on there not covered, or is anything on there that should be covered that's not?
No, I think it looks pretty good.
They can assess on the interior where the office is. Now, you did want the bathroom painted?
No, it's wallpaper.
Oh, the bathroom is all wallpapered?
Yeah.
Okay, so I should take that out of there then.
I thought
So,
you
yeah,
said
bathroom
that
is...
excluded.
No, it's included. The ceiling is included in the bid, but I put ceiling and bathroom,
Oh,
so we need to take that out. That was under the interior
You're
specs.
taking out that whole sentence?
Just bathroom, because you do want the ceiling painted, correct?
yes.
And I will add the trim in red. I forgot about that. I was just thinking about the block. Now, they're not going to paint the man doors. Is the fire department going to do that in-house?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what I specified on there. I did, under bid specifications, is this how you wanted it? It's one contractor bidding for the interior and the exterior, but they will submit 2 bids. One including the paint and one excluding the paint only.
Right.
And then based on that, in the meantime, you probably would want to have your numbers together for what you could get paint for.
Right.
And they would have to let us know how many gallons of paint that they were looking at. So I don't know how you're going to know that prior to accepting the bid, though.
Well, couldn't you have a price per gallon?
Yeah.
Right. But you need to-
Basically, that's all I'm going to do. That's what they're going to do, is give you a price per gallon.
Well, see, a lot of times when you bid stuff through contractors, you also pay, maybe not an added charge, but you pay, they can get the material cheaper and then they add an expense onto that as well, plus the labor.
Right, exactly.
Right, so-
we can get the paint cheaper.
Right. So, I guess you'd have the difference just in the labor charge and then the...
Right. And if I just have
Okay.
a per gallon price.
The only thing I think you might run into is they may not want to guarantee their paint job if they don't provide the material. That might be an issue.
We'd have the paint guarantee, though.
Mhm.
If, say, we get Sherwin, sure.
Then you've got 2 people battling each other, though. You got this one saying, I think it was the way it was put on, and this one
Well,
saying,
we-
I think it was the product. Do you see what I'm saying? It could be an issue. I'm not sure you'd run into that, but sometimes
Well,
that happens.
just history repeats itself. That's the second time that's been painted, and it just goes to poop every time.
Well-
What do you want?
When you paint both sides of concrete block and there's nowhere for the moisture to go, it's going to
Exactly, it's
peel
going
on.
to happen.
Right.
So we're almost going to expect that over another 5 or 6 years period.
Well, at least if you guys get the paint, then you'll know what color it is and you can do your touch-ups.
Exactly.
Okay, in the exterior specification, I put on there to that the exterior shall be an alternative to and not include prep, not include water water pressure washing. Do you want to leave that out, or?
Yeah, I think because Jason, when we talked to that paint guy out there, he said it'd only take a day or two for it to dry.
If we have good weather?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we have good weather.
Okay.
Maybe we could put in there a week.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want, if pressure wash, then you want a week?
Yeah, I would say pressure wash and a week to dry. They can paint the inside or whatever that might do.
Okay.
Give it a good schedule.
Okay, completion of exterior painting shall be no later than August 31st, 2011. I know you wanted July, but if we're going to put this up for bid June 1st and award the bid June 20th, you need to give them more than just a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's fine.
So August 31st is okay?
Yeah.
Okay, for the interior, the chicken barbecue, September 17th. If you put it past that point, you don't want the fire station to be tore up during the barbecue, correct?
Right.
I put September 10th.
Yeah. So it'll be done before.
So it should be done the week before,
Right.
and then you'll have time to put your stuff back up on the wall and do what you need to do in that week, and it should be all ready to go.
It'll smell fresh.
It'll smell like paint, but that's okay. It'll smell clean. Now, you won't have time to do the floors by then, but
No, we won't do that until after.
later anyway.
Yeah.
So September 10th is acceptable for you?
Yes.
Is there anything else on there you saw that you wanted to change?
Just on the color there, you have red. I really don't know what color red. I would just like it to match the steel signs that we have, that we purchased for the front of the building,
Okay.
to match that red if we could.
Okay,
And we
well,
have a swatch that they can,
Well, it says on there, colors will be approved by Berlin Township or designated representative.
Yeah,
I could
so,
probably call Spotted Horse and get exactly what color they used on that.
So we would have, we would definitely pick out the color first, so we would pick the color.
should probably give you a chip with that,
Yeah.
and then match it. And this is going to mean your storage area up over the office too, right?
Excuse me.
This painting will be your storage area up over the office also, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be a fair to get ready, huh?
Well, you're just going to do the one wall. That's all.
The ceiling?
They'll just have to paint around. Because
you don't just have to.
we can move what we can onto the floor, but everything's lagged into that wall. You can't move some of the stuff that we have.
Okay, well, I have on their contractor, will give Berlin Township 5 days notice of project start dates. 5 days going to be enough for you guys to prepare? For
Yeah.
them to come in and,
Yeah, because hopefully we'll have some of that done before they even get ready.
okay. Okay, with the specification on the sizes, I just went with the basic, what you had for, and just put in the exclusion, because if you're painting the wall and painting above the wall, technically you're painting the same amount of space. It
Right.
just happens to be within.
Right.
So those other dimensions you gave on this picture really, they help me, but that
Right,
really is
they don't
completely
help us.
irrelevant.
We should put a note that measurements are just a helpful, and contractor should verify.
Okay,
That's what we put in all of our drawings. Just,
Yeah, not the scale.
yeah, contractor should field verify measurements.
okay, and then I'll put it in the newsletter that they will be available June 1st. The bid packets will be available June 1st, and we'll do the bid award on June 20th. That gives them 3 weeks. And we discussed before about a pre-bid meeting. Will you wait till people call and ask for bid packets, and then if you decide to have a meeting or feel there's a necessity for a meeting, you contact them all and say there's a meeting?
Yep.
Don't need to really address it in the packet then?
No.
Okay. We have until June 1st to have this ready and available, so if we think of something in the meantime that we need to change, it's on the computer, so we can do that. Okay, if you go home, look it over and find out something else you want to change or add or whatever, just let me know, okay? Anything else from you two on that? No? Okay.
okay, that's all I have, Jody.
Okay. Pending business, road superintendent job description. I would like to table that until further notice. Because every month we keep passing it over, and we'll get to it eventually, but for this time. I'd like to just take it off for a while and maybe later in the summer. Okay. Trash collection, appliance drive, it's been completed. I'm thinking we have 4 boxes of trash and 3 boxes of scrap. Is that right, Dick?
Yeah, 4 trash and 3 scrap.
Okay. We had a lot of appliances. I don't know how much we're going to have on weight. When they send the check, they will send the weight ticket, and when we get the invoice from CBS for hauling that, they will also submit the weight tickets. So we'll have verification that everything is there. We have propane tanks and TVs left over from the trash drive. I had an alternative for us to get rid of it, and Sandy objected to it.
I did not. I just asked what was it that we needed to do to the tanks. That was my question.
Okay, well then I got no response. So the boxes are gone. What do we propose to do with the tanks now?
The guys will just have to take the core out.
They don't have the capability to do it. It's very dangerous. You need to know what you're doing. You can't just cut them open. It's explosive material.
Well, I mean, I have no objection to Bob doing it, but then the comment was that he wasn't going to, so I didn't think there was room for a response.
So what do we do with them? They're sitting out in the parking lot. There's 14 of them.
Are they the little propane tanks?
They won't take them in the trash. They let it be cut open. I can't get the valves off because I have no way of holding the tank.
The fence that was out there, somebody took. And the
Well, there is some chain link fence, and there's a pipe with wire all over it that was left there, that's out there.
Okay.
Diver will take that.
Who?
Diver will take that fence. As long as there's not weeds and mud in it. We never took those tanks before, correct?
Yes, we've always taken them.
And why did they not take them?
Because Bob usually prepped them and gave them to the town, gave them back to the township and put in the scrap bin.
Okay.
We've gotten over 50 or 60 of them in the campground when they changed the tanks from a different valve. They brought a ton of them up here, and he took them.
But the time that it takes to prep it and everything else, and he would give it back to the township to do whatever, that was all fine and good, but it just got to be too much of an expense on his part, and he was not being compensated for, which he never asked to be. So at this point, I told him no, because he offered to do it for the township and give it back, and I told him no. Either he can just take the stuff and the township will get rid of it, or he doesn't want it now.
Now I know, so I don't know what we do.
Okay. Tree removal trimming project. Estimate from Pete Steer. That's left over from last time. Sandy, did you get a chance to take a look
Yeah,
at
I
it?
looked at them. Thinking of it as if it were my own property, it probably wouldn't be something that I would put that kind of money out to do. But I have no objection to that. That's the only part that I didn't go with was, the trimming of the trees in the cemetery and the yard out here.
And what about the removal of the pine trees on the side?
Those trees, I was fine with that, and this one I'm fine with.
Okay, to remove those.
But, if you guys agree on the other trimming, that's...
To me, it's a one-time thing that gets done, like years in between. You just do it once, everything's cleaned up, and it gives, all the lower stuff is taken off, gives a chance for the rest of the tree to, and just the appearance is nicer. I would like to see the trees trimmed as well if we're going to have him here doing all the other stuff.
Make a motion, we go with it.
I'll second. And I will call him and we will set that up. And obviously that will not be until the weather is permitting.
Yeah.
Maybe August or September, hopefully this year. Memorial Day preparations, I spoke to the dairy aisle, and they are willing to do the pizza, and they are willing to deliver it. And because of the amount that we order, she's going to give us a price break.
Okay.
Didn't go into specifics about that yet. Fred Schrock called me tonight, wanted me to meet him at 6 o'clock to pick up the flags and the programs, which I could not do because of the meeting, but he has them, so I will get with him. The VFW requires that the flags be on the grave by May 21st. So, do you guys want to schedule something before Saturday to do that?
Why are they required so?
Because they get a lot of people call and want to know when they should be up and when they expect them, so they kind of set a date, a deadline, so it would be done, so they can say, hey, they're supposed to be up by the 21st.
Well, oh boy.
It's going to rain all week.
Thursday is supposed to be our very first good day.
Unless it's early, because we have Township Association
Yeah.
meeting at night.
If we,
And you do afternoon?
I can do probably earlier, Ben and I can do afternoon.
What do you mean earlier?
In the morning, sometime late morning.
Oh, that would work out good for me. Actually, on any day then.
Probably any time after 10:30 I will be available.
That's, all right, so is 11 okay on Thursday?
11 on Thursday?
Yep.
That's fine with me. And you're going to be in charge to make sure it doesn't rain?
Me?
No, Sandy.
Oh.
She's the one that gave us our weather report.
That's what they tell me, Thursday and Friday.
It's the 19th.
And you know, how many flags did we order then?
We have 5 dozen upstairs, and we normally get 8 dozen. Fred's going to give me 4 dozen, so we need 8 dozen, so we'll have 9 dozen.
Is he going to do the speech too?
Yes, and I contacted them as well, and there was another fella that didn't get an opportunity to speak last time, so Fred's going to speak along with the other fella and whoever else is willing to speak, and the band is going to be taking care of the choir portion and the instrumental portion of the program. I am going to contact Mr. Baccia and ask him if there is some way we can do it differently, because I felt it was not good, the band is getting up and walking out of the ceremony like
Right.
I
that.
concur.
Right.
They need to play when they go out or do it differently. Hopefully they'll be able to change it around. So I will contact him about that.
Ask him also how many he's expecting, if you can do that.
Oh, okay.
Gives us an idea. And also, can we get, I did ask Fred the other night to get us an introduction material for the speakers, for
What do you mean introduction material?
Like a bio?
bio, so we
Oh,
can
okay.
introduce them. So if you talk to anybody again on that,
Okay.
just reinforce that I would
Okay.
like to get something a couple days in advance at least.
Okay. And also on the same note with the flags, Angel cleaned out, there's 6 boxes of old flags that need to be destroyed. I asked Fred, he told me that when I meet up with him to get the other stuff, I can give him those and they will destroy them the proper way. Okay? So,
And the fire department will help us again with
Absolutely.
traffic control.
In exchange for pizza, right?
Absolutely.
And Dick's going to do the people mover.
You want me to,
And we were talking about a vegetable tray, but last year, when I got to thinking about it, we did relish plates with pickles and all this and stuff. So that's what I'm going to just pick up stuff to make those. And the ice cream, yeah, and the chips. I think I'm good with what I need to have.
I'm bringing cookies.
oh, Martha,
What are we doing about the cookies? We talked about that.
are you
We
bringing
put
a
him in
bunch?
charge,
Yeah,
didn't we?
yeah, that's what I have is cookies, circled, arrow, me.
Okay, how many cookies?
Was it dozens?
Dozens.
Dozens.
Do you still want us to bring 3 dozen each or something?
My
We're just gonna do
mother-in-law's
them all?
donating 6 dozen cookies.
Fantastic.
Was it for the church?
And tell her
Well,
if she's not
she
too
is the
busy.
church. She
Yeah.
does that.
She's not too busy when she's out there picking the dandelions out of her yard to come do mine.
I know.
That was awesome when I drove by.
Well, Well, Jason, do you want me to help you with that?
Sure.
All
Are
right.
you going to do the paper stuff too, is that you?
I am.
That's you?
I got everything with the cups.
Jason and I'll do the cookies.
I'll put and the Great Dolly.
And I'm going to do lemonade, and I'm going to fill the other thing up with ice water.
Okay.
And then there's some cups up there, but not a lot. I bought more plates, but we still have 150 plates up there, so we can just use them next year.
Yeah.
So, and I think because we don't need to get a bunch of stuff up there, and I'll get some more tablecloths, and we should be good.
Blocks of ice instead of bags of ice, is that what you're going to do?
No, I freeze the lemonade in the big
Okay.
containers, the cool containers, and it stays
With the special stuff.
with the special stuff, yes. And also, too, last time, there's 4 of us, and you had said something about having somebody else there to help. Do you really think it's necessary? I mean, we're almost kind of tripping over each other when we're looking for something to do to, I really don't.
It's mainly afterwards when we take off to the gym, which is
Okay.
where she kind of cleaned up.
Oh,
I think
okay.
Dolly stayed back and helped her from marching.
Is she
Last
coming
year.
back again this year? Has anybody talked to her?
I
Or?
haven't talked to her.
Okay.
I can call her. But I know she was very forgetful last year, and I didn't know how
That's on
she
tape now.
addressed it. I didn't say a name.
Okay then, Weaver Road issue, schedule on-site meeting. If we get time on Flag Day, you guys want to cruise
Sure.
on there and take a look at it
Sure.
the same day?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Is that good?
The 19th.
Then, yeah. Flag Day, or the other Flag Day. Okay. Leffingwell Road culvert replacement, schedule permanent repair, the asphalt patch, that needs to be done.
I'm going to talk to Carvo, just doing
Okay.
pavement, see if they can. I'm pretty tight with that.
Okay, so you're going to go ahead and take care of that then?
I'll try to.
Okay.
I'll see what they have to say.
Okay, because every time he's put, I mean, I don't know if we asphalt patch it, if the rain that we've been having is going to wash it away again and we have another issue, hopefully that won't be the case, but he's having to put gravel in it at least a couple times a week.
I gotta go there about every other day, because gets potholed in it, and I had a complaint this morning.
It just washes right away, so we
It's
definitely need
just
to get
wherever they drive, they hit it and it throws out the... But I looked at the slag on the East Ave where it's packed in, and these heavy rains hasn't affected nothing.
None of the plants are really up and going yet.
Right. Oh, okay, they're not?
Some of them are, but in Akron are, but
Okay,
I'm not sure if Allied there in
Okay.
Bailey is yet.
okay.
Well, the culvert, have you ever been able to see it good? The water hasn't gone down enough
I
probably
could just see
to
the
get a
end.
good look
You mean
at it.
for rusting,
Yeah.
I could just see the end. I didn't crawl in there, no.
Well, I went to look at it the other day and I slid down the hill on that gravel, but the water was too deep.
It's probably, I don't know, both ends are, you can see rust on both sides, what you can see standing there, and I don't know what it's like on the inside. I assume it's the same way all the
But
way
I think we'll just
across.
sleeve it with another pipe.
Oh, okay.
Just sleeve it and put some oil simmer on it if we have to.
Okay, then that'll hopefully
You know, make it
resolve the
up.
problem. Yeah, okay, that's good, that's good.
Gosh, I'm sore.
You are. Fire department, okay, we did that. Memorial Tree Garden, we now have 2 trees to purchase, so one day you and I are going to have to go tree shopping. And,
Better get lunch.
yeah, he does. I called Luke Monument, told them that we have 2 trees to purchase. We have space for 1 name left on the stone. They are donating another stone. I told Dick to go out and take a look and see what he needs to do, and looking at making the base the same, just a little bit higher on the back. So we'd be moving the other stones up on the ledge and then a small stone at the bottom, and then room for 3 more stones after that. So at the rate we're going, but that will be our project to do, and I guess he did it originally.
Yeah, I got the forms for the size, so that would be the same.
I told the fire department yesterday at the meeting, one was for John, so they're going to come.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I just need a list of, like, a contact, so we need to send the thing when we decide to schedule it. We'll
Send it to Battle Line,
Okay,
and then I'll send it to the retired fire department guys.
okay. We purchased a ladder and a gas-powered post hole digger. That's supposed to be a one-man job, and Dick swears it's a 2-man person, or a 2-man job, because he doesn't know if he can do it with 1 guy. but just for fun. But anyway, I think it will really help, especially looking into, he said he had some ideas about possibly leveling some of the foundations that we have that are with the gas-powered post hole digger to get down there around it and maybe be able to move it around, and we'll see what we can do with it from there. But I thought we got a pretty good deal on it. We'll see how it works, and it should definitely be a big help when it comes to doing foundations.
Now, while you're talking about foundation, remember I asked you about them old sandstone, the old ones,
Yes.
in the 1800s.
Mhm.
Most of them are broke. You can't read the names. And if they're broke, that's what the name is.
Mhm.
And I asked about laying them flat.
Mhm.
Have you said anything to them?
Mhm.
Because if you put a footer in and do it right, you're going to see nothing.
And a lot of them are illegible anyway, so his thinking
And I
was...
was thinking, if we lay them flat, either flat on the ground, on gravel or something, and maybe even tilt it a little bit if you wanted to. I don't know.
That way they don't fall and break.
Right.
Well,
Right.
yeah, a lot of them are broke.
Yeah.
If you try to move them, they break.
And the bases are gone.
Right.
So rather than trying, like you said, trying to pour a foundation, I think that was a good idea about just making a small rectangle a little bit bigger than the stone, or the actual headstone, putting some stone in there, keeping it higher in the back so it's kind of tilted so you can see.
You can
just-
put stone like what's out here if you wanted to, instead of gravel.
Another brilliant idea by Dick Marshall.
I think that's a really good idea.
I like it.
Try it with a few and see how that works.
Well, we tried putting cement around them, on some of them, and setting them on the ground. Jerry and I did that. But they're moving. They fall over, and some of them you can't pick them up. I can't because they're too heavy. But, and I'm thinking, if the kids or somebody was in there and one of them fell, it hurt them.
Yeah.
I like the idea.
I think it's a good idea. But Sandy's got a good point. Why don't you go ahead and do a couple of them and
Okay.
see how it
Let's
goes.
look and see what we think then.
Because there's a lot of them, both cemeteries.
Sure.
There's some millstones in there.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, I'd like to commend the fire department for their participation at the Prom Promise demo at the school. They were making fun of me because they made me cry, but it was so realistic watching them and the way that they all worked together. I was really, you don't really usually get to see the fire department working that hands-on in action that close, and I was really truly impressed. I mean, very professional, and everybody knew what they were doing, and it seemed very real. It seemed very real. I think the kids got a lot out of it too, but I know it hit home with a lot of the adults, me for one, but I just want to commend you for what a really good job I thought.
You can come on a roll call with us.
Yeah, okay. Next, ODNR grant. I didn't know if you guys wanted some time to think that over about that, or just if you wanted to go over.
Yeah, and just wait and see what the bids would come in at anyways. I mean,
Okay, anyway, we put, Dolly did a breakdown of where the match money could come from out of the different funds for consideration, and there's also money in the general fund available as well for the extra if necessary. So if you guys want to take a look at that so you kind of have an idea about where we're going with that, if we choose to do that. Sun Pipeline called us looking for a tax parcel number for property adjacent to the West Cemetery. Also said the property was for sale. I know the township has, in the past, tried to purchase that piece of property. They're saying it probably would be available for sale if the township was interested. What do you guys think?
I'm not so much interested.
I don't, we don't seem to have a need since they allow us to keep it cleaned up. And I would have to see what they would do, you know, what their proposal would be to us, really.
Well, and that's what I asked, and she said it would probably be best if we made a proposal to them if we're interested.
I don't like that.
I think if we just hold off a while and see if they come back at us.
To us.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we won't seem like we're needy.
Yeah.
The ball in the other hand, the other court, so, okay, that's good. Flowers. Dick's favorite subject. It's getting late.
It is?
I know, it is. It is.
I won't have to water them.
We'll have a plan.
Yeah, weather permitting, next week, possibly a few days before the Memorial Day program. We could consider trying planting them depending on what the weather's
You
going
talk
to
about
be.
the cemeteries.
Well, I mean, I'd like to have it all done. Well, not, you know what, maybe not even the road signs, that would be irrelevant, but I would think that like maybe the cemetery signs, definitely the bequests, and the War Memorial.
You want a flag over there.
If nobody objects, I would like them to see them do a red, white, and blue flag
Yeah.
instead of
In
planting
the back of the
flowers.
stones.
Plain, nothing behind the stone.
Nothing behind it.
No, because you can't really see it.
Can't see it
at all.
anyway, you're right.
But I thought they would
You
be
had the
nice.
flowers ordered?
No. But that's what we usually get, is not usually a problem, because we get a lot of mixed stuff from D&J.
Well, how big do you want the flag?
However big you can square it off. Actually, I was going to have you square it off or go up there and get some kind of measurements and go up to the greenhouse and see if maybe you could give me a guesstimate about what kind of flowers to use and how much to use of what to make a flag.
I just take a flag.
There you go.
Spray painted. Spray painted. And then obviously mulching and stuff afterwards. So, but we're looking at probably, just because of the frost and the weather, the rain and everything, holding off till as late as possible. Is that going to put you too much of a time bind?
As long as it's not Thursdays.
Yes, what?
Can't play golf.
Well, they have a golf simulator at the golf course now, so there's no reason why he has to go to Columbia.
You may go there.
He can
I play
pretend.
9 holes along that way.
Exactly. See, you are.
I'll do it if you pay for the,
The simulator?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Township Association meeting this Thursday, May 19th at 7 p.m. at the Canfield Town Hall. Our next meeting will be Monday, June 20th at 7 o'clock. And board member reports. Jason?
No. All I had was that I got the grant and I was going to the 911 thing tomorrow.
Okay, that's good. Sandy?
I just thought we might need to try to set up our Memorial Garden service date
Okay.
so that we can get the word out to people and they keep that open.
Okay,
We
usually.
usually do that in July.
Right.
About the 24th, 17th, 24th, no, 24th would be good.
It's fine with me.
Might be hungover from the baseball game, but yeah, I can do it. What time? 2 o'clock? That's what we usually do.
Yeah, that sounds right.
July 24th, 2 p.m.
That's for the tree thing.
Yeah, the tree memorial. Okay.
I'm not sure you can keep my focus the next week I'm going to Vegas.
Oh, July
Next week
24th.
after that.
Okay. Tree service.
Safe.
Okay.
Then we would just need to see if Russ was available, or is there a new minister at the North Church?
Yes.
Do we want to ask him this year?
Her?
Oh, okay.
I think that it's very difficult. She seems to be pretty strapped with what she does. She's like here and gone, and
Okay. Doesn't live locally. Okay. So Russ, do you want me to ask him?
yes.
And then Goshen, Bob McCracken had called and said he's going to need a letter from us about the salt, the tonnage that we want for this year, because he has to get it in so that they can put it out for bid.
Okay.
He has to have it in June,
Okay.
and then he won't have the cost back to us then until July, once the bids are
Okay.
awarded.
We still have 50 ton left over. What, you know
I
what?
think so.
I think it is 50 ton. Do we just want to go ahead and order 100 and just have that be our yearly?
That's what I think.
Is that just the salt, or 100 ton of each?
No, that's just the salt, they're bidding on it, you know.
With the grits is,
Nothing.
it doesn't cost it.
Yeah.
We can
Well, they
get
get
that
it down by the railroad track
Yeah,
anyway.
we can get that anytime, so that's not really relevant, but yeah, 100 ton of each is what we usually get.
I think that's good.
Okay, so 100 ton of salt. Okay, I think I have that letter on the computer. You just want me to change the date and send it to them?
Sure. And the only other thing I had on my list was carpet cleaning. Did we want to do the get the carpet cleaned here and upstairs? We talked about it at one time.
Well, I don't remember us talking about it. It needs it.
Yes.
The guys wouldn't notice.
Look behind Dick's there.
Yeah,
And upstairs, it's pretty bad.
yeah. Okay, do you have an idea of who to call, or?
There were a couple names that were given to me. Ben's had told me of one. I can check that out.
Okay.
And get back to you guys.
Okay,
Does anybody else know of anybody?
The only one I know of really is, what we have, Casual Carpets,
Carpets.
Sims Carpet.
Casual Carpet, I think, did it before. Let me check on this. A couple names.
Okay. Is that it?
That's it, I'm sorry. That's all I
Okay,
have.
that's fine. Okay, department reports. Rick?
The training house, we're going to try to get started on that next month, weather permitting. I'll get the windows taken out and get the new ones in that we're going to use. And then we'll go ahead and get the exterior painted. That's the first thing we want
Where'd
to
you get
do.
windows for that? Did you just get windows that you're going to kind of frame in to fit, or?
Yeah, because it'll be wooden so that we can do bail outs and stuff, so there won't be no glass or nothing that anybody can
Okay, well, good. bust
out or anything like that. But that'll be the first thing. We're going to try to get started on that next month, weather permitting,
Okay.
rain permitting. And FEMA grant was for a total of $10,720. And that got us the chainsaws, or the chainsaw, K-12 saw, hydraulic jacks, and confined space rescue training. That's what that form was for. The federal share is $10,184, and fire department share is $536.
Okay.
Yeah, 5%, that's not that long.
No,
That's your match.
That's great.
That's your match.
Yes.
Did that pick up the grant writing cost?
Yes.
That was included also. Getting the generator installed. They've asked if we can put it on this side right where the gas hooks up right here.
Oh,
What I'd like to do is to run, we're going to probably end up with 3 different generators. Because we're going to have to run this one in order to run that, because the water comes from here. Okay? So if we don't get one hooked on here, we're not going to have water over there.
Okay, back up a little bit. Are we going to be back to the same situation with the generator that we were with the pressure washer?
Do it now?
Are we going to end up with the same situation we had with the pressure washer with the generator?
What do you mean?
About enough pressure being generated where it won't function properly? Because my understanding is what the problem with the pressure washer was that the pressure from the house was not great enough to get it to get
Right.
going.
The water pressure.
The water pressure.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's an issue. Yeah. In all actuality, we need to draw it on a separate well.
Well, there's nobody here using the water. What about if we just see what the...
If somebody flushes the toilet over there while you're trying to wash anything down, it's just like nothing.
it's drawn it so far. Is that the reason?
Yeah, exactly.
But if we had a better pump here?
Still good distance.
Yeah, but it costs a lot of money to drill.
Oh, I
gosh.
fully agree. You know, if we could get a booster pump or somewhat, or, I don't know.
Can I say something, Rick?
Sure.
I noticed that too, is that the pressure will drop way down and all, you can tell when the pump comes on. I'm wondering if it's set right. It's always done that. When the pump's running, there's a lot of pressure.
Who's our water guy that would?
I don't know who
give me
did
shit?
that. I don't know who put the well in.
Oh,
That's who would have put the water system
He had a
downstairs.
nickname.
Wasn't it, what's his face's brother? Paul Morocco's brother? Was it Neil?
No,
no.
Oh, that's the furnace.
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Was it Persian?
No, he had a nickname like Spark or something like it, something like that.
I can find out.
Yeah.
See, they re-drilled this well once,
Oh, yeah.
and I
Ivan
just,
would know. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, Jim
Well-
would know.
We need to look into that.
Well, I think we need to don't put the cart further. I think we need to do that first before.
You ain't got time. The grant has to be done by July, so you're either going to be in on it or you're not going to be in on it.
what grant?
The generator, that's what I'm saying, there's going to have to be 3 separate generators. I want to put one here, one for Dick, and one for the fire
So the
station.
generator size, or the separate generator for this would have nothing to do with the water.
Right, that's what I'm getting at. That was my thing. I wasn't worried about the
Yeah,
water, I
that's
was worried about the generator. You're thinking of the pressure washer.
Right.
Okay, let's talk about generator for,
Okay, but you said something about the water. There's a connection to the water for the generator.
You need a generator to run this
Here,
because
because
the water
the water-
comes from here to over there.
Oh,
over there.
So
okay.
you need to have a generator
All right,
to run
I'm-
this.
okay.
Yeah, like
Place
use
of
the-
electricity.
I gotcha. Okay,
okay.
I gotcha.
So this pad out here, would it be all right to put the 3 of them right there, in that area, right outside the building there? Keep them out a little bit.
I think that's a good spot.
They want to come close to where the gas is,
Okay.
because it's going to be a gas-driven diesel backup.
And there's plenty of room there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because if we put it
width-wise.
anywhere else, you're going to have to move it later. If you add on, do anything.
Well, you want to be right by the gas hookup too.
And width-wise, you've got enough space.
Oh, yeah.
I'm lost on the money for this.
What's that?
When did we get this grant?
Last year's FEMA grant.
We never got it, though.
Yeah. We were awarded the grant, we just didn't do nothing because of the cement work and everything else. we were doing.
Okay, so that's to
We don't
come
have the
yet.
money.
Yeah, no, we haven't.
Oh.
Yeah, we
I
haven't.
was going to say, where is it?
I haven't asked for it
It's all
yet.
interpretation.
I haven't asked for it yet.
Okay.
But that will also take care of that grant too, the paper that you're going to send in to the direct deposit.
Okay.
It lists that as the other grant also.
Well, Rick, let me ask you this, 3 of them. Is this grant going to cover all 3 of them, or are we needing to do?
No, I think it'll all take care of it.
Okay. Well, then I vote
So
yes.
you have a generator here, hooked to a generator there, hooked to a generator there.
You'll have 3 generators here. One will
Oh.
in this direction, one will go to Dick, and one over to the station.
Oh, I
Parallel
see.
3.
Okay. So you have 3 generators sitting out here. Okay, gotcha.
One power here, one Dick, one,
Okay.
and that way everything's covered.
And they make no noise only when they're running. I mean,
Yeah.
only when you need to
Yeah.
tap into them.
And they run a test cycle once a month or something like that, and they run for an hour. Yeah, they're relatively very quiet.
Are they?
You got the information for the community roundup? Okay, that was fine.
I didn't open it yet.
Oh,
I haven't
okay,
had a chance.
all right,
I'll let you know if it's not.
okay. That's all I have.
Okay. All right, Mr. Marshall.
Patchwork bill guy coming tomorrow if we don't get a shower.
Well,
Okay. Patchwell Bill's not coming tomorrow.
No, you said you got a grant to, that's for next year, right?
Do this year.
So you still want me to do, I was figuring probably 2 loads on lifting wall extensions, maybe not 2 loads, I don't know. I'm gonna tell them just to get the real bad spots and let, you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Same way with Cook, we're gonna get 6 loads, right?
Okay.
And then I know we're gonna need at least 2 on Heiser.
You just said cook.
Yeah, I mean, but what about?
I would say patch before we pave.
Oh, definitely, because you
Yeah.
want to have everything filled in before you top coat it.
Yeah. But if it rains, we can't do it. So
What else
I
did
mean,
you
I'll call in
say?
tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock.
Did you say Leffingwell Extension, Cook, and what else?
Heiser.
70% chance tomorrow.
Guess what?
Well, I went around the roads today, and they was drying off. Good. If they don't do nothing tonight, we'll be all right. But I don't know.
Okay, which leads me to the other question that, about the striping. Do we want to hold off on the striping if we're looking at paving 2 of the roads?
I think so. 'Cause
That's a big expense just to go right over, have to
Right,
redo again.
and we're going to have to re-stripe them once it's done paving.
Right.
You mean do it later?
Do it once the paving's done too.
Yeah.
We should do it all in one
Now,
shot.
what month will we be into with the paving?
August.
August?
That's this year?
This year.
Well, you still want to use special bill too?
Yeah, it has to be patched.
All right, I was over in High Avenue, and I can't believe that gravel's staying there. I don't know why, I must have did something when I put it in.
Glue.
You did a good job.
The water's not running, the water's running where it's supposed to instead of down the
Right.
side.
I can't believe it. I mean, up by her driveway, that little drain working fine.
Okay,
That's great.
It's not washing nothing out, so,
good.
That's great.
so we're good there. That's all I got, I think.
Back to striping, can I ask another question? Should we have like Hoyle and some of those, and Weaver, some of those stripe that we were,
We'd be paying for 2 mobilizations for them. We'd probably get a better price if we did it one shot.
okay.
Weaver's not that bad yet. Hoyle's bad, but
Hoyle and Rural Station was what we,
Mhm.
I mean, if we do it, then we'd probably get a better price if we have a larger quantity and spend some time on it.
And that wouldn't be part of the project?
Yeah,
No.
it'd be
Okay,
extra.
okay.
But my opinion, I'd like to see this stuff done too, but whatever we have to do to finagle around, because I think we really need, the paving's really important. The fact that we have the opportunity, I say we need to take every, exactly, and take the opportunity and use it. And I mean, it's bad, but it's not.
I don't want to wait, and I know we beat out a couple big counties to get stuff.
Jim Patuch can, I told him I was actually shocked. Well, you were shocked when I told you we got the envelope. Never thought in a million years,
No.
especially, I mean, it was a big surprise when we got it the first time.
Right.
And then to get it 2 times like
Yes.
that is very impressive.
Yes.
Now, what roads are you gonna repave?
Heiser and Cook.
Heiser and Cook. Is it, should we use a crack machine on them roads, or,
Yeah.
not the petrol bill,
Yeah, use both.
okay. All right,
Get those ones first.
all right.
Is that all you got?
It's almost game time.
What are you gonna do with that stuff outside? If we leave it sit there, it'll overgrow.
Do you have room in your,
You can't
in
store
your
it inside the
garage?
building.
You can't?
Not that many. I don't think that's a good idea.
What's gonna grow? Oh, is that?
Potatoes.
Oh, so what are we growing up here?
Flowers around.
That one. My wife would love to plant some flowers around here.
And I did get 6 extra tires sometime over the weekend.
That's all.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. I thought it would be more.
Well, I didn't think it'd be any, but. people
That's why they were
haven't
pretty
done
quick about getting ready, because they thought if they left the bins, people would still continue to bring stuff. That's why I started pulling them Sunday.
And then I had to clean out that scrap trailer this morning. They threw all kinds of junk in there, I had to dig it all back out. But if that stuff's, people see it, they're gonna assume they can throw stuff there. So that's, I don't know.
Okay. Public comments. Mr. and Mrs. Schick. Roberta?
What do you want me to comment on it?
How good looking I am?
Well, we all know that.
Stop.
We don't need to comment on it. The only thing I don't like is that thing across Leffingwell, but there's nothing that anybody can do until you can fix it. But I wish those ratty kids would leave the cones there.
Oh, on Leffingwell where we had to cut the piece of the road out.
Well, I put 2 up there today that are all beat up. So if they want them, they can have them.
People don't slow down for that. They
Well-
just bounce across there. I just got
they
come
know
to a
it by
complete
now.
stop. And one truck flew by me. I thought sure he was going to right over and hit me. I thought, oh, I don't take. Because I'm going to stay way
Them
back.
little potholes ain't that big.
Huh?
Them little potholes ain't that bad.
There. Well, I sure wouldn't want to go over no 80 or 90 miles an hour. Wouldn't have a car left, sorry.
Well, I fixed them the other day, and I'll bet you in 2 days they'll be back again.
Oh, yeah.
It just washes out.
I know.
fast.
The washes out.
Speaking of roads, when they came and used the back truck on Heiser and Bedell, there was a bag of garbage in there. Rick Shook told me later that somebody had collected trash and left it lay on the side of the road. It must have got down in there, or somebody shoved it down in there. And he said they pulled out the bag and it was full of bottles and cans and stuff. That's what was down in the culvert pipe across there.
The chimney screens are hanging over there.
Well, we talked about that, but with the leaves that are there, as soon as the leaves fall down, it'll plug it up.
Large enough, the screen large enough that, your leaves and stuff can get through, but
Okay,
gonna get
you talking about the
garbage
hyzer?
Yeah.
and basketballs, things of that.
We shouldn't have a problem now, hopefully.
Well, there's a lot of leaves come down there, a ton of them. And
Bags.
that's what plugged it up, that and a basketball.
We just put
Then I
rebar
put
up
that-
and down and just leave.
I put a piece of rebar in there to keep the basketball out. Well, then the leaves and the grass and the junk comes down there and it just starts building up, next thing
And
you
that
know.
poor guy, his yard was like underwater.
Well, did somebody else live there? Somebody used to keep that nice and clean.
I don't know. I mean, I know who lives there now, but I don't know them personally, but I don't know how long.
If it would make their yard a lot better, they would take care of it.
I would think that
Doesn't take
if the leaves were clogging up the ditch and it was messing up my yard, I'd probably go out and rake the leaves out of
Well,
the ditch.
Angel and I got a whole truckload.
I knew there was a lot.
2 truckloads went down the creek.
To the river.
Yeah, they're down in Mississippi
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
flooding the place.
Okay, that's it. We'll sign the minutes. And motion to dismiss.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.